WWE 2k20 Universe Mode right here on BrendenPlayz. We are here with Monday Night Raw here tonight as we continue building towards Wrestlemania for the 5th time in the series. Wrestlemania is going to be one of the biggest shows we have put together, and tonight we've got some big matchups for you. So let's go ahead and check out what's on the card tonight. Alright, first up, we're going to see Sheamus go one-on-one with Titus O'Neil. Sheamus is chasing 100 wins. Can he get there? We'll see Daivari and Tony Nese team up to take on Corbin and Ziggler. That tag team with Corbin and Ziggler continuing to be quite impressive. Balor and Nakamura, they're going to team up to take on Kendrick and Isaiah Scott. First chance for Isaiah Scott here on Raw. Robert Roode will take on Mojo Rawley one-on-one as well. We will see the Women's Championship on the line. Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch will take on Nikki Cross. A big chance for Nikki Cross tonight. An important win for Becky Lynch is needed. MVP is back on Raw. He'll be taking on Buddy Murphy. One-on-one, Murphy's trying to become #1 contender. He's determined to get his chance at Roode. And a big main event. What an all-star tag team. Cena and Styles team up to take on Insurgence, the tag team champions. Sheamus gets a win over Titus O'Neil. Corbin and Ziggler put together a win as well. Finn Balor and Nakamura, they've been so good as of late, and they do it again tonight. And the Intercontinental Champion Robert Roode is staying strong with a win as well. Alright, big episode, and we're going to start off with the Women's Championship on the line. Nikki Cross taking on Becky Lynch. Really looking forward to how this one's going to play out. Should be a good contest. Some great women in this matchup. Nikki Cross slowly on the rise. She's kind of been on SmackDown, she's been on Raw, and she's trying to find her place. You know, where does she belong the most? And it looks like Raw is going to be her long-term future here, but she's had some success in NXT and now trying to replicate some of that here on Monday Night Raw. So, Nikki Cross, 12 wins to her name so far in her career. Not too bad, not a bad start, and hovering at 60% win-loss, so she's certainly good enough to potentially be the champion, and that is why she's got the title opportunity here tonight. A testing match for Becky Lynch, a bit similar to Charlotte Flair. Hasn't had to defend her championship all that much as of late, as we've been really working towards finding out the contenders, the rankings for the women's division. We're trying to find who are the next 3-4 best women in line for the championships. We know our champions are so good. Lynch and Charlotte, of course, over on SmackDown, she's the women's champion there. We know our two champions are so good, but we need to find out who's the next best contenders. And at the moment, Becky Lynch will have to worry about Nikki Cross, but at WrestleMania, if she can make it there, her opponent will be Bayley. Becky Lynch, 52 wins to her name. It's an impressive run. She's got the 4th equal most wins of all time in the women's division, and she shares that number with Charlotte Flair. Both of them 52 wins, quite fitting that both of our champions there. So successful. Well, for Nikki Cross, not about wins in a large number, it's just about this win tonight. It's about becoming the women's champion the very first time in her career, beating Becky Lynch, spoiling the WrestleMania plans for Bayley, who decided that Becky Lynch was going to be the right person for her to take on at the big dance, the big show, WrestleMania. And Becky Lynch, it's been so good. You know, she's put together a really impressive 12 months, if not longer, and she needs just to hold on for one last championship defense before WrestleMania. This is it. This is really the big test, the last big match that she'll have to get through before she finally makes it to WrestleMania as the champion. And Bayley, she's been working hard all year long to become champion. She failed over on SmackDown. She's trying to do it here on Raw. We'll see if she can do it at WrestleMania, but right now it's either going to be Nikki Cross or Becky Lynch walking into WrestleMania as the champion. Looking forward to this one. Of course, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with BrendenPlayz, including when I'm going to be going live for my next stream, or when we're going to be going live for the WrestleMania pay-per-view itself. You need to go ahead and follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz and keep up to date with everything that I'm doing. Obviously, you guys know my schedule is a little bit all over the place, so you get a bit of an idea of when I'm going to be uploading a video next over on the Twitter. Of course, over on Discord as well. The link in the description is in for that, and you can keep more of an eye on what is happening in BrendenPlayz there. So anyways, back to the match. Nikki Cross with a running cross body. Nice start here from the challenger. There's Nikki. Oh, went for a big clothesline. Put everything she had behind it. And Becky comfortably ducking underneath, hitting a suplex to follow it up. And Nikki Cross, a small little mistake, and that's what it can be. You know, one little mistake can cost you so dearly. And that's one of the problems that she'll be facing long term here tonight. She needs to try and deal with Becky Lynch and the class that Becky Lynch has. And it's going to be difficult for her, considering how good Lynch has been. Not to discredit Nikki Cross at all, but Becky Lynch has probably been in a step of her own, a league of her own, I should say. You know, she's really just been on, you know, a pedestal with no one else near her. She's been that good as the Raw Women's Champion. What about that? The suplex off the top of the rope. Referee very slow in position. Nikki Cross getting a bit of extra time to kick out. Well, I've got to say, if I'm Becky Lynch, I am fuming at the referee, but she's not going to worry about it. At the moment, she follows it up with an elbow drop instead. That could be all here for Nikki Cross, but she's able to get back to her feet, and Cross fights back with a Thez press, couple of right hands, and she's back in this match, perhaps. Yeah, I was going to say, I would be fuming if I was Becky Lynch, because, you know, she hit a beautiful suplex off the top of the referee. It took an age to get down there and count to 1, 2, 3 potentially. Instead, Nikki Cross kicking out comfortably in the end. But yeah, not a great start for the referee. We've always had our issues with the referees. We continue to try and train them. We continue to try and get them smarter, but for whatever reason, it just can't happen. They get their eyes checked, their ears checked all the time. Referees have to go and undergo, you know, strict, you know, medical, but for whatever reason, they keep on passing and keep on delivering poor results. And there he is again. A little slower to the count. Lynch gets the 2. Could have been 3 if he had been there a touch quicker, but, well, nonetheless. Nikki Cross slammed down there by Lynch. Becky Lynch continued to work away on her opponent. Not just a tune-up match for Becky Lynch. This is a big, important match. You know, not only does she have to, you know, win to make it to WrestleMania, but she needs the confidence. She needs the momentum. She hasn't had a lot of matches as of late. You know, we talked about it earlier on. You know, the women's champions haven't had to have that pressure of defending that championship all that much in the last probably 2 or 3 months. So because of that, Becky Lynch, you have to wonder, is her head in the game? You know, has she got enough reps, enough high-profile, high-pressure matches behind her in recent times to get her mentally ready for WrestleMania? And that's what this match is all about for her. DDT there on the outside. Count of 7. She needs to get Nikki Cross back inside the ring. And Becky Lynch trying to go for the kick, missing. And now has her with another suplex, count of 8. Nikki's got to get back in, count of 9. Both women will get there on the count of 9. Well, Nikki Cross saved the day for herself. Inverted DDT slamming down Becky Lynch to the canvas, and only the 1 count. Could have easily been a count-out win for Becky Lynch if Nikki Cross didn't get back up to her feet. It could have easily been a double count-out. Becky took an age outside the ring, took far too long, and nearly cost herself the match. Not that a count-out would be the worst thing in the world. It would keep the championship around her waist, but it's not the confident win that she's looking for, obviously. Nikki Cross still putting up a fight, though. That's what you want to see from the contender. She wants to make sure that she makes the most of this chance. It's not like this chance will come around all that often for her. While she's got a good win-loss record, it's fair to say that there might be a couple other women in the pecking order above her. As Cross looking for another DDT. No, turns it into a suplex, grabs a hold of the leg and swings it around into a modified neck breaker. Well, I don't mind that at all. Nikki Cross showing her class there and her skill. Becky Lynch, oh, had the shoulders down, nearly got the 3 potentially there, but the rope break and force, and oh, the backsploder! The exploder suplex, other side of the ring, referee in position this time. And it's just like that Becky Lynch seals the deal, escapes away with the win. Well, I tell you what, Becky Lynch, out of nowhere, picks up the win, and this is the match that we will see. WrestleMania. Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, will now defend against Bayley. We can lock it in. It is confirmed. Bayley looking for the biggest win of her life. Lynch looking to continue the hell of a run she has been on. It's been great to watch Becky Lynch at the top. And tonight she proved how good she was again with another victory. This time over Nikki Cross, defending her championship. And Becky Lynch can celebrate now. Big win for her, a must win. She's come here tonight on Raw and she's secured the win. Confidence boosting. When Nikki Cross was trying to mount a comeback, Becky Lynch shut it down immediately. And that to me is a really positive sign for Lynch, that she is more than ready, more than capable of potentially defending her championship at WrestleMania. Looking forward to it. Becky Lynch versus Bayley at WrestleMania. It's not too far away now. Big win here tonight by the champion. Well, speaking of WrestleMania, it may not be in the eyes of this man at the moment. The sights of Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, back here on Raw, but it certainly is in the eyes of his opponent tonight, Buddy Murphy, who is looking to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. He has been on a hell of a roll as of late. MVP stands in his way here tonight. MVP back here on Raw. We've seen him sporadically throughout Universe Mode, but he's got a place here on the Raw, the red brand, and this should be a good opportunity for him. 2 matches so far, 1 win, 1 loss. Had a match recently, and he's now back in action, getting spotlighted here tonight against his opponent, Buddy Murphy. It should be a good one. MVP, the veteran, been around for a long time. Buddy Murphy moving away from the Cruiserweight division, looking to move up the ranks as a potential Intercontinental Champion. It's been a fantastic rise for Murphy as of late. You know, it's well documented here in Universe Mode. Murphy had perhaps one of the worst records in Universe Mode history. I think he had something along the lines of, 1 win and, 15 or 17 losses, something like that. It was dreadful. Well, now he's got 9 wins to his name, and I gotta say, probably 7 or 8 of them are nearly in a row. He's had a couple losses in between against Robert Roode, of course, but for the most part, he's probably won at least 5 matches or so in a row as of late. He's been on a hell of a roll. He just needs to keep this momentum going. He's really been able to grow as a competitor. His confidence is now there, but he has said it all along. Even though he lost the championship match at the Royal Rumble against Robert Roode, he has been determined to get back into a position where he can have a rematch. And, to be fair, Buddy Murphy probably wasn't ready for that Intercontinental Championship match at the Royal Rumble. He had a shock win over Sheamus, one of the big surprise wins of the season. He beat Sheamus, a man who picked up his 98th win here in Universe Mode tonight. Well, in the contrary, Buddy Murphy only had probably 3 wins to his name. So, Murphy, surprise win, and since then has been able to continue to build momentum heading into that Royal Rumble match. He lost, of course, but ever since then he has been determined, driven to get himself another chance at that championship. As MVP tossing Murphy to the outside. What is the veteran thinking? MVP, is he going to fly? He goes to the second rope and hits both feet right onto the chest of Murphy. MVP having to adapt a little bit to the new modern age style, that bit of a high-flying, fast-paced, energetic style that many employ. MVP doing his own version of it there, executing it nicely. As Murphy with a knee. Well, the thing about Murphy is I think he's done enough. He has said in the last few weeks that he's feeling more confident, he's feeling ready, and he's determined to get that championship, the first major win of his career. It will be the Intercontinental Championship, and it would be at WrestleMania. It would be a huge win for him. But is he biting off a little bit more than he can chew? Coming against Robert Roode, a former NXT champion, one of the great NXT champions in Universe Mode history. Now Intercontinental Champion, a man that has beaten John Cena to become Intercontinental Champion and has remained champion. It's hard to say. Robert Roode, he's got 42 wins to his name, 71% win-loss. It is an amazing record. He's already beaten Murphy once. As MVP showing off his power. Nicely done. so much to like about MVP. We haven't touched on him too much just yet, but he's had a decorated career. He's been in the WWE in the past, plenty of success, plenty of championships, and going overseas, getting it done over there as well. It's been a hell of a run by MVP, and, you know, at this stage of his career, this stage of his life, you probably would expect MVP to look to slow down and potentially, you know, maybe retire at some point, but he's, you know, got himself back in the mix. He's enjoying getting himself back in the ring, competing once again. He's got that fire in the belly again that he probably hasn't had for a while. He's feeling a lot more confident now as MVP, as the right hand there by MVP. As Buddy Murphy down at the moment. Well, clearly a win tonight for MVP would get him back in the IC Championship mix, and there is no contender booked in just yet, so it really is anyone's match. Anyone's match to take for that WrestleMania Championship matches. MVP, he's going to go it again! Through the second rope again! Both feet connecting on Murphy, but this time Murphy throws MVP back inside. Well, MVP, no doubt about it, you know, winning a championship at this stage of his career would be a bit of a swan song, a bit of a fairy tale finish. You know, he could certainly retire as the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania if he can beat Buddy Murphy tonight and maybe get another win next week and secure his place as the #1 contender. MVP might have the fairy tale ending to his career. He's come back looking to potentially become a champion again and looking to make his splash, and there's no better way to do it than beating Murphy tonight, going to WrestleMania, beating Robert Roode, becoming an Intercontinental Champion. He's got to beat Murphy tonight to do it. There's no secret about that. He picked up a win last week, so he's had a win since returning to the WWE. And he'd love another one, I'm sure. Murphy with a left-handed strike. Picks up MVP and hits him with this powerbomb. Moving MVP up in the air, spun him around to where he wanted him and connected beautifully. But he's still not able to keep MVP down. And MVP is down now. Snapmare takedown by Murphy, following it up with the kick. Can he connect with one more big move to potentially seal the deal here? Murphy would love this win. He needs this win. MVP just won't go away though. There's a big clothesline. MVP trying to get this crowd to support him. The crowd still not sure how to react to MVP. You know, they're excited to see him back, of course, but it's no secret that MVP, he's got all the money. He's flashing it around. He's probably going to do whatever it takes to get his way. And MVP looking to ball out here. He's balling right there. But Murphy straight back to his feet. Murphy, just like that, back to his feet and not taking any of it. He's going to try and steal this win. MVP had this match won, and Murphy was able to get back to his feet immediately. Incredible from Murphy. What great resilience, great toughness displayed there, and that's what he needs. One of the most resilient men in the entire Raw roster is Robert Roode, a guy that can take so much punishment, so much pain, and somehow win. That's what Roode's been able to do. As Murphy wraps up MVP, drives the knee into the shoulder area. The neck might have caught some of it as well. Murphy now has him up and slamming him down. Buddy Murphy may have his man right there. Drags him towards the middle of the ring. Cover. MVP gets the shoulder up though. And Murphy a little bit surprised. Just a 1 count, a long 1 count, but only the one. He's not through yet. Buddy Murphy lining up MVP, hoping to maybe finish him off here. And he'll pick him up. And oh my goodness, what about that from Murphy? The pump handle into the big slam, and my goodness, that is a dangerous move. Anybody would be beaten by that one. What a move from Buddy Murphy. MVP has been defeated tonight, and that is a massive win for Buddy Murphy. A desperate win for him. And wait a second. Murphy's done yet, and this might be a bit of a message to Robert Roode. I don't agree with it, But Murphy has had enough. He is sick and tired of not being taken seriously, and he's looking to send a message to Robert Roode. Well, we have an all-star pairing in this main event tonight. But before we get to those two men, it is our Raw Tag Team Champions. They are known as Insurgence. They are nearly unbeatable, this duo of Kevin Owens and Elias. Samoa Joe ringside with them as well. Robert Roode, of course, the other member of Insurgence, picking up a win earlier on. This group has slowly dominated Monday Night Raw. At one time, Joe had the Universal Championship. No longer does he have it. Braun Strowman has it. But they have excelled in other areas. Now holding the Tag Team Championships, which of course Owens and Elias defeated the Brothers of Destruction to get. John Cena has had his issues with Insurgents for many a months. He has had issues with Roode, Elias. Well, basically every member of Insurgents has gotten in Cena's way at some point, and he was more than happy to team up with AJ Styles tonight for this contest. John Cena, one of the all-time greats in Universe Mode. 92 wins to his name. Searching for 93 here tonight. You'd think Cena would have cracked 100 by now, but he's stalled a little bit the last probably couple of years. He's been Intercontinental Champion the last season though, and he's looking to perhaps get one more big win under his belt. And maybe try and find a way on the WrestleMania card. Tell you what, if Styles and Cena can win tonight, well, let's just say that they might be the next #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. And that would be incredible if that was to happen. AJ Styles, he and Samoa Joe squared off inside the Elimination Chamber. They have been butting heads ever since Styles came to Raw after the Royal Rumble. And Styles has got an issue with Joe. There's no secret about that. And inside the chamber, they just went toe-to-toe. They just fought each other all throughout that match. Styles, 52 wins to his career here in Universe Mode. And he has been the WWE Champion. He has done it all, basically. He has been incredible. And he's teaming up with Cena tonight. And immediately, Elias tags in Kevin Owens to take on Cena. Owens has dealt with Cena in the past with some success, so maybe not a bad idea. Elias wanting nothing to do with John Cena to start off here. As Styles, he'll get an early tag as well. So Cena happy to oblige. And Kevin Owens and AJ Styles will realistically get us underway here tonight in our main event. An all-star tag team matchup. Styles and Cena teaming up to take on the Raw Tag Team Champions. A brand new Raw Tag Team Champions. Samoa Joe ringside as well. Samoa Joe looking on here as he would love nothing more than his team to defeat. As Elias tagged himself in there. Styles a little bit thrown off, but yep, Elias tagged him. And I was going to say, Joe would love nothing more than his team to defeat AJ Styles again here tonight. Styles and Joe, I'm sure, will be ready to square off at the big dance. WrestleMania, we can confirm it. It's going to happen. Styles and Samoa Joe one-on-one. It's really been all about trying to prove who runs Monday Night Raw. Even though both men don't have the big championship around their waist, I think it's really about who's going to be that next guy. Is it going to be Joe for the next championship match? Is it going to be AJ Styles? Both men want to prove that they are better than one another so they can secure their place at the top of the rankings. Styles, Hurricane Rider off the top, Elias goes flying. And of course, Insurgents formed together as a stable. Nearly a year ago now. It's been quite some time. Randy Orton was in the group for a little bit as well. There's a group of men that all felt as though they deserved more. They hadn't been treated enough. They hadn't been given enough despite their talents. They wanted more. And ever since coming together, as we said, Roode has become Intercontinental Champion. Samoa Joe was already Universal Champion, but he was able to hang on to that championship for a very impressive reign. Now the Tag Team Championships are in their possession. Both teams working really well together so far. Lots of quick, frequent tags as Cena. Double back body drop there as both Tag Team Champions able to get themselves involved. Kevin Owens, big win, beating, of course, The Undertaker and Kane at the Elimination Chamber Kevin Owens has had a disastrous couple of years, and that was probably the biggest win he's had in a long time. And Kevin Owens coming after that match, he felt as though the old Kevin Owens was back. He felt as though he was starting to, feel as though he could be that Kevin Owens that was the two-time Universal Champion. He's just feeling like things are getting back on track for him. And that's dangerous for everybody here on Raw, because if he gets on back on track, if he's able to get himself back in a position to where he was not, a couple of years ago, where he was one of the very best, almost unbeatable at times, I don't know how anybody could stop Insurgence, I'll tell you that now. Well, there's a few teams trying to get themselves a chance at Owens and Elias for the Raw Tag titles at WrestleMania, as Owens is hung up on the ropes there. Well, no doubt if Cena and Styles win tonight, we might have a Raw Tag Team Championship match next week before WrestleMania, as Elias is in, big running high knee. Well, it's quite clear that Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, they have formed a team in recent times and starting to really work quite well together as a team, I will admit. And there is no secret as well. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, they have been teaming up for a while on and off, but they are now looking to make a serious run as a tag team, and they might be the team in line next. I feel they're probably the front-running team to get their chance at the Raw Tag Team Championships next. But of course, Lucha House Party will pick up some wins as a cradle there by Elias, unable to get it done. And Brothers of Destruction, they have said that they will not be looking for a rematch. So we will not be seeing Kane and Undertaker take on the Insurgents at WrestleMania. They have decided to step away after a small little tag team reign that they had. And we're hearing that it's usually maybe because the Undertaker's not 100% healthy after the beating that he took at the Elimination Chamber. He's not 100%, and Kane, of course, he tried to come back on Raw the next night and have a match, and he got beaten quite badly by Brock Lesnar. So both Kane and Undertaker are feeling the effects on the last couple of months and not 100%. So they feel as though they may waste their chance for that rematch at WrestleMania if they were going to pursue it. And that's fair enough. If you're not 100%, especially their age, you need every ounce of, health that you've got. You need to be feeling really, really good. You need to give everything you've got in every match. Otherwise, things get much, much harder to win. As Styles with a superplex off the top, looking really good here tonight. And I think he was maybe going for the phenomenal forearm, but Elias was able to get out of the ring and get the tag to Kevin Owens. Oh, running enziguri there. And Elias is not available to tag. Kevin Owens trying to get back to his feet. Samoa Joe watching on at ringside. Cena, belly-to-belly slam. The new Raw Tag Team Champions are in a bit of trouble. This all-star team of Cena and Styles looking the goods. Joe watching on, maybe getting a little bit concerned here. And of course, Samoa Joe, he and Brock Lesnar were the final two in the chamber. Joe came so close to getting his place at WrestleMania. And now he will face AJ Styles. Samoa Joe has come out and said that he believes AJ Styles is the reason why he lost at the chamber, because Styles would not leave him alone. He hurt Samoa Joe, wore down the body of Joe, so much to the point where he was not able to physically compete at his best against Brock Lesnar, and that's to be expected in a chamber. If it wasn't going to be Styles, it had to be someone else. But for Joe to come out and blame AJ Styles for the loss, I feel is a little bit ridiculous. But that's what he's coming up with. Is Elias, look out, DDT, Cena goes down. One half of the tag team champions, Elias, looking to maybe build something here for himself and his team. It has been a really good exhibition of tag team work between both teams. Lots of tags in and out. Everybody's relatively remaining fresh. Cena is getting a bit of a chance now from Elias to be isolated away from Styles, but there is the tag. Styles is tagged in, just as I said that. A tag's been made, but Elias shutting down any potential comeback from AJ Styles very quickly. Cena is down the outside as well. He's hurting. No direct involvement from Samoa Joe yet, but he's barking orders ringside. He is in the ear of Kevin Owens, coaching him away, cheering on his team, and he would love nothing more and for the tag champs to defeat AJ Styles and Cena tonight. Two men that has been a thorn in his side for a long time. As now Styles back in the ring. And Elias has Styles all alone in the center of the ring. He's heading up top. And Elias drops the elbow off the top of the rope. Will that be it for Styles? Elias can't get it done. Count of two. Big elbow drop by one half of the tag team champions. To his credit, AJ Styles staying in it. And a big slam there by Elias. Great power display. And the Drifter may be about to win another match for his team. Elias, backbreaker. Styles needs a tag. Cena's not all that fresh himself. Styles shrugging off Elias. He'll bring him towards his corner. Looking for a tag maybe. Working away on Elias. Keeping him grounded. And here comes Styles with a knee drop. Effective offense there by the former WWE champion. Oh, inside cradle. Elias, has he caught him out? Elias, two. No, he nearly got it. Elias nearly catching out AJ Styles. Surprise cradle, and that could have been all there. This would be a tough loss for AJ. And that is a real testament to the growth and the improvement of Elias. He has gotten so much better since joining up with Insurgence. The confidence is certainly there now. And he is feeling as though he may be on the verge of beating AJ Styles. It would be a huge win. Styles trying to shrug off Elias though. Went for the big haymaker. Missed. Styles needs the tag. He's got to get there. Snapmare. And the kick. AJ, he's going to come over to Cena. He will tag in the former world champion, three-time world champion in Universe Mode, Intercontinental champion as well. John Cena looking to go for the cover. There's the experience on display. Just try and win it right away. Elias back to his feet. Elias and Cena now will square off. Cena's got him by the arm. He's trying to wear down Elias. That's not going to get it done though. Cena, we're wasting a little bit of time and a bit of a chance there. Elias, shot to the midsection. Look out. Drift away. Elias, big move. The drift away. Cena is beaten. Cena has been pinned by Elias, and Insurgents win here tonight. Elias not wasting any time. Cena going for an ineffective submission hold. Elias bouncing back with the drift away, and that is the win the Raw Tag Team Champions needed. That is the win that Samoa Joe wanted. And AJ Styles, whilst not directly involved in the decision, loses tonight to Insurgents. His month of misery continues, and the month of Insurgents continues as well. They have been brilliant. This combination, they are the tag champs for a reason, and they were clinical in their display at times tonight. And Elias at the end just put up a big effort to get the job done. Samoa Joe can celebrate here tonight. He's got a bit of an arm injury, but he's working through that. He'll be ready for this big match coming up at WrestleMania. We will see Samoa Joe take on AJ Styles. It will be a match for the ages, potentially one of the Match of the Year candidates for this season of Universe Mode. That is going to be huge. Styles with the loss tonight. Joe and his group continue to rise. Can Joe get the win? Or will it be AJ Styles to spoil the party? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like on it. Subscribe to see the upcoming WrestleMania special. It will be the 5th installment of WrestleMania in the series history. It may very well be the last. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you all in the next one.